Oh, hello viewers. Another beautiful day. Hope your five senses work. Health insurance is good or excellent. Hey. Alright, let's knock this out real quick. Get this done. Let's see here. Uh, Game workers in the US and Canada launch industry-wide union to fight dignity and respect. Says together we can create an industry that works for us, just for CEOs and shareholders. Say your game workers across the United States and Canada have launched an industry-wide union assistance from communication workers of America to build the game industry that nourishes its talent and invest in the future. United Video Game Workers CWA broke cover at GDC 2025 and aims to bring together artists, writers, and designers and QA testers, programmer, freelancers, and more to build a worker providing irrespective of studios and current job status. CWA has launched as both a direct joined as a pre-majority organization and CWA local. And yeah, it says here direct joint organizing, something referred to as a pre-majority unionism, enabling workers to include freelance and thousands of video game workers who were laid off in recent years to build a power across the industry without obstacle and delay that employers can impose during traditional union certification process, explained the CWA. It's a startup that should make it easier for workers to address shared concerns across multiple studios, allowing them to push for large-scale reform. Well, they should have been did this years ago, you know. Instead of sitting on the side just watching, they should have been did this, you know. Yeah, should have been did this. What's this one? What's the other one here? See if I can get going here. Close all this down real quick. They should have been did this. Just sitting there, you know, thinking that shareholders have all the power. No, they don't. No, they don't. You know, it says here's another one. It says, I am worried about the death of art. What will generative AI cost us in the end? Independent senior AI programmer David Graham issued a stark warning to GDC 2025. It says, how will generative AI change video game industry? If you speak to those on the corporate ladder, they'll maybe tell you it's going to birth experience your wobbly organic minds couldn't possibly imagine. New worlds filled with untold wonders. Eden reincarnate. It will also slash production costs and save game industry from certain death. If you certainly speak to those in the trenches of production, the answer might be slightly different. This says, offering his take on the increasingly polarized technology, the GDC independent senior AI manager and former EA software engineer David Graham suggests the best case scenario would see generative AI handle menial tasks while human beings focus on creative pursuits. What's worst case scenario? How about the death of art? Yeah, and he says after discussing the well-documented legal issues surrounding the training of popular generative AI tools such as ChatGPT and DALL-E, and how in their current guise those technology look like a hammer in search of a nail, Graham asks a point question: what is our intent here? He says generative AI isn't inherently evil, but we can use corporation who might have some rather unseemly intention cause a point. The tech startup which advertised its AI tools in San Francisco with a slogan such as stop hiring humans, and artisans won't complain about work-life balance, tongue-in-cheek perhaps, poor taste. Yeah, AI folks. Alright, what else we got? Keep moving here. So what's we got here? Assassin's Creed Shadow makes environment looks great close up and at a distance. Well, it should have gotten a better score on Metacritic, you know, because 80 of 81. It should have gotten a better score. If GDC is selling this, should have gotten a better score. It says here, Assassin's Creed Shadow is upgrading from low to poly asset to dynamic virtual geometry. Assassin's Creed Shadow is the next major step forward for Ubisoft open world technological capabilities. The game uses a virtual geometry system to follow the assets below for finer details, and those look great too. Says here, all video games are in one way or another a giant Rube Goldberg mind, but open world games feature some of the most complex behind the scenes mechanism of them all. Games like Assassin's Creed Shadows are crafted not let players observe the intricacy of interlocking technical system, but to hide as many of those systems as possible, so they can wonder huge environments riddles with luscious details. Details, of course, can only be so luscious, especially when you're talking about small assets are observing an object thousands of milestones away. Games draw a CPU, GPU memory to render those expansive scenes, and many game artists knows the struggles of trying to preserve an immaculate aesthetic while working against how much memory is budget for gameplay and other environments. Yeah, it says here Ubisoft Montreal has cooked up a rather neat solution for this problem in Assassin's Creed Shadow, a game whose launch, for better or worse, has become a majority inflection point for the company. While the industry analysts are closely scrutinizing its sales, players and developers checking out the game will no doubt be peering closely at the environments of feudal Japan. That's because tech teams behind Anvil has rolled out a new methodological that reworks how open world games are rendered. Virtual geometry, or as Ubisoft called it, micro polygon system. Yeah, a lot of times people tear games down. Sometimes, a lot of times people tear down games and give it bad reviews, but they don't play them, They have a tendency to tear down games. I remember when Batman Arkham Knight came out, and this was before I even got on YouTube. People were tearing the game down. They weren't giving the game the respect it deserved. I came on YouTube and I said, Batman Arkham Knight is a masterpiece. Next thing I know, you had people on YouTube now trying to make videos. The same people who was tearing the game down, they put a video out there saying, Batman Arkham Knight is a masterpiece. I said it from the heart. I didn't need to make a video to say it. I already knew what the game was about. But I said that, and then people come out of the woodworks. Oh man, Batman Arkham Knight is a masterpiece. No, you're saying it because I said it. You were like I've always said when it comes to YouTube. Don't follow the crowd, man, because sometimes a lot of times the crowd will tear down the game and saying that the game is bad. They think if the game has one stutter, the game is bad, man. So yeah. Anyway, but me, I stand on what I said when I said Batman Arkham Knight. To this day, is a masterpiece. And I've always said that from day one since I've been doing YouTube. So yeah. Anyway, what else we got here? What's this? What's this? Ubisoft? Didn't I just do them? Okay, all right. Let's go. Okay, Unity. What's this? Unity prioritizing AI workflow, enhance performance, and expands platform support in 2025. Says here, Unity has announced plans to expand its game engine with AI-powered workflow, increase platform support, and enhance performance and stability. Breaking the news at GDC 2025, the company explains they will be rolling out 3 Unity 6 updates in 2025, being with Unity 6.1 in April. These releases are all focused on making it easier for developers to build, optimize, and scale games that reach more players and more devices, and explain Unity. With continued investment in the stability and performance of the Unity engine, Unity 6.1 enables higher frame rates, smoother gameplay, lower CPU, GPU load, better performance across the device, and improve debugging for easier optimization. In addition, as a part of a shift in the development approach initiative until Unity 6, Unity has been co-developing games with key partners to test Unity 6.1 in production, ensuring its stability before release. Alright, it says Unity said it will double down on platform reach by extending Unity 6.1, support MetaQuest, Android XR builds, profiles, instant games, and foldable Android smartphones. The company will also enable experimentation with web GPU on supported browsers. Yeah, Unity. Anyway, let me keep going here. I'm almost done. What am I saying? Almost done. I'm not even close to done yet. What's this? Yeah, got to keep you guys in the loop. Unity CEO, CTO promised stability after runtime fee debacle. It says, what kind of games are Unity CEO Matthew Bromberg and CTO Steve Collins play these days? That may seem like an idle question, but when you're a leader of an engine company serving developers across the industry, it's helpful to know what games are top of their minds. In the conversation with game developer at the 2025 Game Developer Conference, Bromberg said he spent time recently playing Camouflage, Batman Arkham Shadows. Collins, meanwhile, been playing Black Salt games, Dredge on the way into San Francisco. Then he says each had a promise for games, but also explained how Unity close work of Camouflage and Black Salt was a part of its new post runtime fee strategy. Bloomberg said that the Unity worked closely with Camouflage as almost a co-developer, helping the team tackle a complex VR challenge like Batman high-speed flights across Gotham. Colin meanwhile spoke about Unity missions to make Dredge play as smoothly as Android device as it's on console. Doing so doesn't just bring Dredge to a mobile audience, it also introduced to a Lovecraftian fishing simulator to audience playing on devices like the Nvidia Shield or ANEO Pocket. It's a great story about taking an existing property and broadening its reach, he said. Yeah, video games, folks. Yeah, I'm just pushing through this. I'll get through it. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, I'm not even done. Once I get out of game developer, then I'm in good. Then I'm doing good. Anyway, we'll see. A Netflix boss says streamers must strive to cause disruption. I feel like this is a place where you can experiment and do things that hopefully will make history. Let's see here. What do we got here? We're in fourth floor suite in the Metreon building opposite of Moscone, San Francisco. This is the location of Netflix Games, as the chosen on the outline its vision of video games business, which has so far looked barren of direction following the leadership change, studio closure, and layoffs. Says the streamer has spent years scaling up in a bid to break into the industry, but according to Netflix Games President Alan Taskin, who was addressing journalists alongside VP of Games and Initiative Experience Jeet Shroff, the company still has a lot of work to do. Says here, it's a journey that we're coming into, and we need to scale and build our gaming business. Say Taskian, we're not yet the Netflix of games, but exactly where we're heading. To get there, Taskian feel the company must ruffle feathers. The former exec who replaced outbound Netflix exec Mike Verdu in July 2024 suggests the game industry has entered an era of stagnation and is crying out for change. He says, I've been in the industry for a long time, and we know there have been headwinds. Unfortunately, some of them are of course associated with cost, but But what I see is also over 10 years, we haven't seen a lot of disruption in terms of formats and gameplay, he says. Well, be careful what you wish for, that's what I say. Alright, what else we got here? What's this? Told you, once I get out of game developer, I'm good. I'm good after that. Anyway, what's this? The scratch coding and sharp constraints at the heart of animal wells. An extremely lean production of animal well 256 intricate room. Okay, what do we got here? It says here, last year Chicago-based solo independent developer Shared Memory head up Bill Basco release its game Animal Wells, offering a combat-free approach to exploration and platform genre, also known as Metroidvania. Animal Well generates a wealth of acclaim and praise for its highly styled design ethos. Once the project was completed, its file size clocked in at a microscopic 33 megabytes, even compared to other independent games at this scale. Shipping a game that takes less than 1/10 of a gigabyte on a hard drive signifies a feat of technical wizardry. Says here, appropriately, Basco hosted a talk titled "Developing at 5 megabytes per year: The Making of Animal Wells" at the Game Developer Conference this week. Focus on both the scratch coding he used to code the game and the discipline required to stick with a 7-year project. Basco spilled some of his secrets to making such an impressive small game. Yeah, and then he said first he broke down the tools he used for various projects of games, saying, "I use Visual Studios for codes." That's actually covered a lot of development, because you don't really get a level editor when you're not using Unity or Unreal. So there's a lot of good data in the game that's hard coded in C++ files. I did make my own custom level editor that's kind of built into the game that can be toggled on and off for the sprite pixel art. He used the program, let's see, Sprite, Sprite for pixel art, mentioning that he mentioned the program itself on GitHub after coming up with a bespoke animation format. And for audio production, Basco used Reaper. Was this a Reaper? Another common choice for smaller developers. Yeah, video games. Anyway, what else I got on this? Man, barely scratched the surface, but I'm gonna get through it though. Let's see here, what else we got? I'm gonna get through this. It's nothing. So what else we got here? Industry-wide union CW has already welcomed over 100 new members. You pay your dues and you're in a union. Says here, industry-wide union United Video Game Workers CWUW has welcomed over 100 new members into its ranks within hours of breaking cover at GDC 2025. Union organizers KB shared the milestone during a labor panel at the conference, promoting cacophony applause for the attendees. UVCWA, established by industry workers across the United States and Canada to build workers' power irrespective of studio current job status. As a direct join or pre-majority union, UVWCWA enables workers, includes freelancers and those who have been laid off, to organize without encountering hurdles that employees might lay down during the traditional union certification process. Yeah. Anyway, keep moving. So what I got here? What's this? So much to cover, man. Let's see here. The bleak humor and desperate power of consuming when making something about a serious subject. Find humor somewhere is very important part of telling a real story. That is true. You gotta have a little sense of humor when you're doing game development, you know. It can't be too serious. You know, let's see, it says here, IGF, Consuming is a bleak, funny look at dieting and eating and exploring a teenager's life and how every element of it's affected by strange, sometimes alarming ways of alerting makes people look at food. Anyway, keep moving here. What else I got? So just going through this list, see what they talking about here. And this is game developers, you know. So what's this? What's this? We need to define what it means to be safe as a player around the world. A code of ethics in gaming. If there's any moment where standing up for our values in the industry matters, this is it. We all seen it before. Headlines detailing developer harassment, major release for crimes or certain inclusion, exclusion, or design choices. Showcases live stream comments section filled with hateful commentary and abusive language at specific games, and teams report a whole studio being laid off after release of high anticipated titles. We see it every day, but what can we do to change it? Cecilia Holden, a game UX strategist, believe a cohesive code of conduct for the industry is the answer, and it's a lot less intimidating than many might think. Holden started her breakdown of ethics in games for a Western audience by mentioning several similar codes that exist in other parts of the world. What is important in a code of ethics was a question she posed. And she says, as someone who has always been nervous about censorship and limitation, I was curious to know how a set of rules could make a community safer and build better games. Her point on ethics in games and genuinely my perspective how much code could have gaming and game development better for everyone. Anyway, every individual has a responsibility, you know. Every individual has a responsibility, you know. Yeah. Anyway, what do we got here? So, see what else we got. Okay. Ballot throw. What's this? Ballot throw plays winning hands at GDC, receiving Game of the Year. Ballot throw? Game of the Year? Alright. Okay. There's a video here. I will leave the link in the description box. Alright. What else we got? Ballot throw win Game of the Year. Alright. What's this? Okay. Okay, we talked about that already. What's this? Okay, what's this? How civilization, powerful narrative system help players experience unique parts of history, using players' agencies to engage with history, both real and fictitious. Well, let's see here. Firaxis had a huge expectation to live up to with Civilization 7, as previous entries were beloved by fans by 4X game, and the team felt that focusing on establishing narrative throughout playthrough would help engage players to both their booming civilization and the real history that inspired the game. That system was detailed during a game developers conference talk by 3 narrative designers on 1 historian who worked on Firaxis' most recent 4X strategy game. The talk, like game, include a massive amount of content that explore unique stories in games and how they were implemented. Well, they don't call it the game developers conference for nothing, you know. Yeah, you gotta do that. Okay, what's this? Okay, what's this? Consuming. I'm almost done here. Once I get out of game developer, it's home stretch after that. Consuming wins grand prize Nouveau award at GDC. Indie game Consuming, developed by Jenny. It's a Jai Heiss, and Thomas, and Jai, and Lee, Violet, WP and Ken, Coda, and Snyder won the Simus McNally Grand Prize and Nova Award at the 2025 Independent Game Festival Wednesday. All right, they got a video here. I will leave it. Yeah, once I get out of game developer, I'm home stretch. The rest is history. Let's say, okay, come on now, you shouldn't even win anything. We're talking about what's that game from Sony that won all those awards? It says here it's okay to make a small game. Astrobot director Nicholas Dowsett say tiny ideas, certain huge potential. As a game designer, you always think that more is better, but it's not the case. All right, let's see, what do we got here? Tim Asorbi studio direct Nicholas Dowsett has some nice advice for GDC 2025 attendees lucky enough to find a spot in his packed out the making of Astrobot session. It was okay to make a small game. They were pertinent word in era of burgeoning production cycles and budgets, and ones that should hold weight given the critical and commercial performance of Team Asorbi. Effervescent platformer Astrobot introducing his point Dowsett surface of photography of Team Asorbi on board handbooks that states, we aim for quality not quantity, better to create a Michelin star a morsel than a greasy platter of overcooked sliders. Anyway, almost done here. Told you I was out of GDC. See how Assassin's Creed Shadows strengthened Ubisoft process in bringing history to life. See, Assassin's Creed is pretty good. You just got a lot of haters online, man. This is why I say don't follow the crowd. And this article is pretty long here, so let's see what they talking about here. Says here, creative director Jonathan Dermott explained how we need to be humble, helpful. Ubisoft Quebec bring feudal era Japan to life in a whole new way. Yeah, Assassin's Creed is doing its thing. It says Assassin's Creed is the commonly praised for its stealth and action gameplay iconic protagonist, but it would be fair to say that its greatest achievement lies in recreating sprawling historical settings for open world exploration. Nearly 20 years since its debut, Ubisoft is now taking the series to historical Japan with Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's a setting that many of the series have wanted to see, and recently enjoying increased popularity due to FX recent TV series Shogun. Well, look like the game is doing pretty good. Says here, one more paragraph here says, while the history of settings of Japan has been the subject of many games, particularly the likes of Ghost of Tsushima and Sekiro Shadow Die Twice, seeing it through the lens of Assassin's Creed is interesting. After all, this is a series that blends historical political conflict with sci-fi action and laden twists, and approach the lens and opportunities to spotlight some when understand the elements of the history and politics of the era, while also revealing in series styles of stealth gameplay and open world. Well, says here, though the shift of the historical Japan seems like an obvious turn for the series, the developers at Ubisoft Quebec express that just like previous entries, bringing the series to Japan requires education and a need to highlight different perspectives of the era. And then he says, speaking to creative directors Jonathan Dermott during a visit to Ubisoft Quebec in early 2025. Anyway, I could sit here and read this whole thing all day, but I'm not going to do it. Anyway, alright, now that I'm out of the woods, now I can breathe now. Now I can get to what I need to get to. But I decided to just tackle that, because Game Developer got some nice articles, you know. Yeah. Start off small and end up big. Alright, what do we got here? Let's get through this. Knock this out real quick. Get it done. We're on the home stretch here. Let's see, okay, what do we got? Okay, we talked about painkillers already. Talk about Mountain Blade. Okay, see Mountain Blades Bannerlords. See Mountain Blades Bannerlords 2 Wars sales expansion announced with Viking and Naval Warfare. Let's see, that's coming June 17th, 2025 across PC, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5. The expansion seems to be skipping last gen consoles with the base game available. Base game is available on, which is the base game is available on. So the expansion that's coming won't be coming to PS4 and Xbox One. Players can choose from 18 chip styles and models after historical vessel, each with unique handling shaped by realistic wind and waves of physics. They can customize with siege and engines, cargo holds, sails, rams, and more. Shipyards builds stocks vessel based on their own culture and development. Players can also capture the ships and figureheads in battle. Alright, see, this is home stretch now. Now I get to really get good at this. Game developer be having some articles, man. They have some articles, you best believe it. But I just gave you a taste of it just to see what they about to get into. Alright, what's this? Painkillers. Okay, this is coming out sometime in the fall of 2025 across Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, and PC. But this game might be bloody, and it's it's bloody and has some Bible characters in it, so it might not be for you. So play something else. All right, now let me knock this out. Trying to get through this here. See what else we got here. Okay, Ubisoft Assassin's Creed hit 1 million players. Good for them. Keep pushing. Okay, what else? What's this? Okay, GOG. Okay. So I think I did this. GOG as 27 games for preservation. That's see if I can get this here, get this out the way. I'll get out the way. Let's see. Cannon Fodder 2, 1 and 2. Alien Breed, Tower Assault, Port of Royale 3, Privateer, The Darkening, Fallout 2, Jagged Alliance, Deus Ex Game of the Year Edition, Wing Commander, Ultima 8 Gold, Ultima 4 and 6, Ultima 1, 2 and 3, Alone in the Dark, The Trilogy, Tomb Raider, Underworld Anniversary, Vampire Masquerade, Fear Platinum, Silent Hill 4, The Room. You got Fear Platinum, Vampire Masquerade, The Redemption, and Tomb Raider Underworld Anniversary and Legend. And Alone in the Dark Trilogy 1 plus 2 plus 3 and plus Ultimate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Game preservation. GOG. Alright, let me knock this out and get this over with here. Oh, yeah. Gotta do with this, man. Okay, there's a controller here. Gotta get it done. Let's see, what's this? Save 26% on highly customizable PDP Matrix Pro controller. They want $134.99 for the white one and $132.39 for the black. Alright, keep moving here. Almost done. Home stretch. What's this? Okay, yeah. Got you guys covered, man. Let's see here. Gotta put content out. That's how it is. NO 117 new modular ship building system detail revealing deep customization. Let's see, what do we got here? I'll get this out the way. Mass edition speed when sailing the wind, long distance reaching high speed when sailing between rows, additional speed reaching higher maximum speed and acceleration with smaller turn radius is perfect for short range combat. Reinforce additional HP. Archer tower shoots as many arrows in addition in all directions on short range. Scorpio shoot high precision spears and deal high damage and range and only on the side. An Onager shoot rocks and high range and highest damage but low accuracy and towards the front. Now, what do we got here? And this is for NO 117, and this is coming out on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, Epic Game Store, Ubisoft, Steam, and yeah, it's coming. And then there's a registration, so I'll leave the link. Alright, now I keep moving here. It gets like that. You gotta push through this, man. I would have knocked this out yesterday, but hey, them NVIDIA articles was like in the way. And Intel and AMD, so I had to get them done. Alright, now, let's see, that's Neo Wind. We did GDC. Now let's see what eTechnics got. Told you I'm almost done here. Let's see here. Okay, Spider-Man 2 patch 6 release. Yeah, gotta get it done, man. But I'm done though. By 2 o'clock I'll have all this out, all the videos I need to have out. Let's see here, what they have for Spider-Man 2. Okay, on the patch notes, let's see here. Fix a bug that could cause direction of visibility effects when using AMD FSR frame generation in combination with upscaling. Resolve a bug where ghosting could occur when NVIDIA DLSS frame generation upscaling were enabled. Cause parts of the player's suit becomes. Address a bug that could cause mission to appear as a white tube for some players. Fix a bug that could cause Harry to appear twice when assisting in combat during the mission. Yeah. Where we at? During the mission, anything can be broken. And then it says players will no longer get stuck in new threads on mission when crawling on pipes with high frame rates. Address bugs that prevent players from receiving calls after missions. Block their progress. The grounds will now appear shattered after performing a ground strike. Resolve a bug that caused a dotted line to appear on screen during cinematics when upscaling was used. Addressing a bug where studios desynchronized if the user changed the application focus while a cutscene was loading. Various improvements to NVIDIA DLSS, ray reconstruction, related ray trace ambient occlusion, ray trace shadows, updated Intel XS scaling to version 2.0 to fix bright visual artifacts that could occur when using XeSS upscaling, various stability improvements. Yeah, see, told you once I got out of Game Developer, it was home stretch after that. And I should have covered that yesterday, but things came up. All right. Okay, we did all of that. Anything else? Okay, Rockstar offers $3 million for returning GTA Online. Alright, Rockstar, let's see what you're talking about. Let's see here. What they say you got to do. You must have a Rockstar account linked to your gaming platform. You should not have logged in for at least 60 days. Your account must be clean. Any bans or suspicion will make you ineligible. You should not have already claimed this promotion. That's the steps to claim the $3 million from our GTA Online. All right, now almost done here. See, anything else? Okay. And then Todd Howard, he said the 4 games that inspired Todd Howard's picks for important games. Let's see, the ones are let's see, Tetris, Pac-Man, Super Mario Brothers, and Doom. Yeah, that's Todd Howard's for you. Anyway, keep moving here. Gotta keep moving, man. Almost done. All right, going once, going twice. See, this was easier. Okay, let's see here. Anything else? We did that. And we're done. Yep. We are done. So yeah, you guys are good. News, deals, games, updates, the usual. Yeah, I had to get through it though. Game Developer had a lot of articles that I was supposed to did yesterday, but NVIDIA, AMD, and Intel took priority. Anyway, that's all the news I got to report. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars and Star Trek 9. Poor Dark Side. Go home. Peace.